You know, we were super careful and super safe in that when we were riding in that rain, you know, and it wasn't until we were almost at the Cape on sunny, dry roads, and that's where probably fatigue got the better of me, and I came off the road on a switchback, basically just crashed through the bushes. G'day riders, it's just after 7 o'clock, Good Friday 2022, and we have not been on a decent motorcycle road trip for what seems like an eternity. Today's the day. So we're just about to wake up the neighbours, and we're pointing north and heading as far north as we can. We're going to Te Reinga, or Cape Reinga, which is the northernmost tip of New Zealand. We're going to make it this time. We had plans to make it there a little while ago, but those plans changed and we were fine with that. But this time we're pointing north and heading north until we get as far north as we can. Wish us luck. Today is probably our biggest day riding. If we didn't stop, it would be a 9-hour ride. We are heading from Dunedin straight through to Picton to catch the ferry across to the North Island tomorrow. So it's going to be a big day for us. We're leaving just on dawn, and I imagine we'll get to Picton quite a bit after dusk tonight. First stop of the day. We're actually not that far out of Dunedin. We just stopped in Oamaru for breakfast. We've been about, what, 120 k's? Yeah. It's about 9 o'clock. Onward. Stopped here in Pegasus. There's a McDonald's here and a service station, so we've filled up. We've done how far? How far have we come?
404 kilometres.
It's about 1:30. We just met up with a few members of our motorcycle club, Tribal Nations. Most of them were from Ashburton, but they've headed up to Cheviot, so we might catch them up there.
It wasn't planned, we just ran into them. So, as it turns out, we got to Cheviot and we've hooked up with the Tuturu crew. We're just about to head off to Kaikoura.
Rel's got her slave to do her visor.
Someone's got to do it, eh? Come on, that's not clean enough. Do it again.
Getting a bit tired now. It's about 4 p.m. We've just made it to Kaikoura and had a bit of a snack here at the Caltex. We left the Tuturu crew about 5 minutes ago. They had a minor fuel issue, meaning one of them ran out of fuel. But we just kept on. There was plenty of them to take care of everyone. We've gone about 500 kilometres.
565.
We've gone 565 kilometres. Still got about 2 and a bit hours to go. Bit of an energy drink and some chocolate to keep us sustained. Right, last push. Hey. 660 kilometers. It's about 10 minutes past 5 in the evening. Been out on the road around about 10 hours now. How you going, missus?
Good. I'm tired. I'm ready to stop soon, but I'm okay.
Let's do it. Let's finish this thing. Alright, here we are in Picton. We made it in about 11 hours, so we managed to get to our destination here in Picton during the daylight hours. Just. We're here at our clubmate and friend Alistair and Wendy's house. We're gonna just relax here tonight, and tomorrow we catch the ferry to the North Island. Now, I did just want to ask Rel if you had a highlight of today.
I liked seeing sea lions along the Kaikoura coast. As we were riding, I actually saw them as we were riding because we didn't stop.
I don't know how she saw them because I was busy concentrating on riding, and I looked out every now and again, just saw rocks. So
yeah, they were hard to see. Yeah.
My highlight was going into the service station. Rel had just gone in there to use the toilet, and I went in there and sort of stood around for a while, and I looked at the sign in the toilet and it said out of order. And I'm thinking, where did she go? So I went up to the staff member, a young Indian girl, and said, oh, my wife was in here. Did you see where she went? And she said, oh, she went with somebody else. She told me, I'm sick of this guy, referring to me, and I'm going with this other person. And then later on, I was telling Rel what she'd said, and the young girl, she said, oh, I'm from India. I'm sometimes a bit scared to show my humour. And I'm like, well, if that's your humour, it's pretty good humour.
She nailed it. That was
she
so
nailed
funny.
It was so funny.
We both cracked up.
Have you seen my wife? Yeah, she went with somebody else. Yeah. Well done. Big day.
Big day.
How many kilometres did you check?
700. No, over 700.
Over 700 kilometres. Alrighty. End of day one. Looking forward to getting into the North Island tomorrow. Nice stay with Alistair and Wendy last night. It's about 10 o'clock on Saturday morning. We don't have to be on our ferry until 1:15, so we're just going to take a nice walk around Picton here and enjoy the morning. We've had a nice morning here in Picton, fairly easy task getting on the ferry here. We've found a little hidey corner to hopefully veg out in for the next 3 or so hours until we berth in Wellington. And then our tour of the North Island begins, our escape to Cape Reinga, Te Reinga. Reinga means underworld in Te Reo Māori. We're heading off to the underworld. Rel's going home. So we just stopped in Otaki for Subway dinner. It's about 6:40 in the evening on Saturday. The ferry got in probably about half an hour early. We're just making our way to Palmerston North. Otaki. home of the boy racer. Where was I? Oh yeah, we've done about 800 kilometres so far on the tour, and it feels like we've started now. We're in the North Island. We've got about an hour's riding left in the dark on unfamiliar roads. Palmerston North, and we're here at the home of two lovely people. Bruce and Shaz have kindly put us up for the night. It's going to be a quick turnaround. We're away. Oh, what time is it now? About 8?
Yeah, 8:30.
8:30, and we're going to leave about 8 in the morning. Bruce is a massive biker, ridden the United States many times, and just an all-round bloody good bloke. And Shaz is a wonderful lady, and they just taken so much care of us. Salt of the earth people.
The mum and dad, or the auntie and uncle that you always wanted but you never had.
So yeah, they've set out a beautiful bed for us, and just a nice place to lay our head for tonight. We so appreciate that.
Yeah, massive.
And Chuck the Wonder Cat.
Yeah.
I think this is his room actually that we're in. Take care. See you. We just stopped in Fielding really quickly. There's a tobacco shop here that in the past got around tobacco advertising by actually calling their business Discount Tobacco. But since that time the law changed that you couldn't have tobacco or cigarettes in your business name. So they then just changed their name to Discount Tob. Discount Tob. So it's become a bit of a thing here in Fielding, and in fact it was also on a New Zealand comedy show with Guy Williams. We just wanted to come to Discount Tob and check it out. Tell me, young lady, have you purchased any top?
I've not purchased any top today.
Oh, well, maybe we should get on to Discount Elk. We left Bruce and Shaz's this morning. Wonderful, wonderful people. They cooked us a bacon and egg breakfast, for goodness sake. They are such funny people too, and they're great storytellers. Bruce was telling us a story this morning about their lovely Chinese neighbours.
Yeah.
And it was a theoretical story, wasn't it? About when they might pop their clogs. I was just really impressed by that, because not only were these Chinese folk wearing clogs, they were inflatable clogs. So yeah, it's day 3. We've been how far?
1,036 kilometres.
From here, we ride the desert road. We're heading towards Taupo, and we're going to meet some of the Tribal Nations crew from Te Puku, which is Hamilton, that central part of the North Island. They're going to ride us through to Ngaruawahia. We're really looking forward to seeing them. I'm reminded yesterday they had their Ride of Respect, which is a ride they have to show respect to our fallen soldiers and our serving men and women in the armed forces. And we're actually here in Waihuru, which is the centre of the armed forces, probably here in New Zealand. There's the Army Museum just over the back here. Just a nice moment actually to pause and remember our fallen soldiers who fought for our freedom, the families that gave those people up.
Thank you.
Thank you. Super fun ride from Fielding. We had that little stop in Fielding to check out Discount Top. Now we've got probably just over an hour.
Hour and a half.
An hour and a half to Taupo. We're here in Huntly. We had a great night last night in Ngaruawahia, hosted by our Travel Nations whānau, and what wonderful people. In fact, China has sent us on our way this morning with a big bag of bacon sandwiches. Today we are heading to Paihia, so through Auckland. Gonna see if we can stop at Puhoi. Apparently there's a pub there with a lot of memorabilia, so we're going to try and see if they're open around lunchtime today. We've been how far so far?
1,350 kilometres.
And I've enjoyed every single kilometre so far. I'm not feeling too fatigued.
Yeah, it's only the morning of day 4 today, so we've got a lot more riding to do and a lot more to see.
Yeah, onward. At the recommendation of our good friend Bruce in Palmerston North, we've stopped here in historic Puhoi. Apparently the pub has a lot of memorabilia, so we're going to go in and see if we can get some kai and maybe a drink. The Puhoi pub. The branding iron up there has got my initials on it. How's that Malaysian kai?
Authentic Malaysian.
Oh yeah, here at the Puhoi pub, authentic Malaysian. And I've got authentic burger and chips at the Puhoi.